Hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine and I'm back here to review another episode of CBS's Big Brother Season 20, episode number 28. So here's a heads up. Tomorrow's episode will be airing not on CBS but on WLNY. This is only for those who get CBS New York. As for everybody else, you gotta check your local listings. Maybe they showed that they're gonna show your episode on a different network and such, but if you live in the metropolitan area, the New York area, the New Jersey area and such, the episode will show on WLNY 55. Normally I have to wait till 2 o'clock to watch it, but thank goodness I subscribe to DirecTV Now so I can watch it as it airs, and I will have my review up for you guys on time. As for next Wednesday, I believe my review will be on time, but the week of the 12th, I believe it's the 12th when American Horror Story airs, that review will be very, very late, so I'm letting you know that right now. But as far as this episode is concerned, really Fessy and Haleigh are in this position because of the fact that they fell victim to a plan that was hatched by Level 6 a couple weeks ago, a plan that each one of the Falte/Hive members managed to fall into and fall victim to. Now it's down to Haleigh and Fessy, and it looks like Fessy's going home. For a while, people on social media were complaining because they were saying that Haleigh completely turned on Fessy, and how could she do that, and I can't believe she's talking to Level 6. I mean, she's gonna be the only one left from that alliance. So she's got to do something to save her game. But what really can she do in hindsight, because of the fact that she'll be the only target left in the house, unless, of course, something happens beyond the Battle of the Block, or in fact, scratch that, add in the Battle of the Block. Say, for instance, Bailey ends up coming back in the house. Then Haleigh will be put on the block next to Bailey, and more than likely, Bailey or whomever it is that battles their way back into the house will be the first one evicted. And then maybe Haleigh will luck up and win the HOH. You never know. But honestly, I feel for her, because there's nothing more that she can do. See, people are comparing her HOH to Fessy's HOH in that they both stupidly kicked out a member of their alliance. But keep in mind that Haleigh's problem was the hacker twist. I keep calling it the hacker competition. The hacker twist. That messed up Haleigh's HOH. Fessy was suffering from delusions of grandeur, and he thought that he was the king of the castle, like many of the HOHs this year have done. And he figured that it was time for him to get out a big, huge target, but then he saw that target as being Scotty. And just like the rest of you guys, as you saw in my previous reviews, I was just like, why in the heck is he putting up Scotty? But then I remembered Scotty was the one hinky vote in the whole evicting Swaggy C situation. But Fessy didn't even realize until now that he was played, and Level 6, which really I should call them Level 4+2, they all hatched a plan to make sure that Scotty got out of the house, but they did so without putting blood on their own hands. They made Fessy all bloody. Game-wise, that was a brilliant move. I feel sorry for Fessy, though, because when he sees these videos, he's going to be very, very upset. So let's get down to this review. Pretty much only Fessy and Haleigh are the two left from the Hive, obviously. Fessy never thought that he would be on the block again. It was another blind side. Haleigh said she tried to warn Fessy, and she did, but now they have to win the veto competition. Sam hates that Fessy is on the block, and she hopes that he comes off the block, because you got to keep in mind Sam is still on that mindset where she feels some type of way about the women, but she loves the men. One example of this was shown on the feeds, and I'll probably show like a snippet of it in tomorrow night's episode. Whenever you're able to watch it, you'll see it, especially if you live on my neck of the woods, the East Coast. more likely the Northeast metropolitan area. Last night, or not even last night, the night before last, Sam was straightening Tyler's hair. So his hair will probably be straight when you see it on Thursday, unless, of course, he decides to wash his hair again. But for those of you who have the feeds, there's a picture floating around of his hair as straightened as mine. His hair got flat ironed, obviously. And the thing is that the girls came in. By the girls, I mean Angela. I'm not sure if Casey was in the bathroom, but Angela came in, Haleigh came in, and all of a sudden Sam was like, no, get out, but never told any of the boys to do that, just told the girls. Yeah, Sam is still on that I hate women type thing. So Tyler and Angela, they believe that Fessy didn't see it coming, this whole blind side, and what a big move that Angela made, and Fessy is an idiot and a moron. But can you really call this a big move, though, to put Fessy and Haleigh on the block? Because it seemed like a pretty predictable move. I think a really big move probably would have been the same thing that she did to Bailey, in that she could have put up, say, Haleigh and, say, Sam, and then all of a sudden if one of them won the veto, then put up Fessy, that type of thing. I don't know if you could consider this a big, giant move. But pretty much as far as the feeds are concerned, so far the target is Fessy and Haleigh is staying. Fessy said that he should have listened to Haleigh, and he started running down the events that happened from Bailey's eviction to Scotty's eviction. Level 4 plus JC sees Sam as unpredictable. JC said if she wins veto, she might take out Fessy. It didn't look like she was going to take out Fessy, judging by that edit. And see, if these players were actually like the players from years ago, they would see Sam as a threat, because years ago people would play this game and see the person cooking the food and cleaning and say to themselves, this person's trying to stay in the house, and they think that cooking and cleaning will keep them here, and then these people would vote that person out. But when it comes to level 4 plus 2, they're very personal. Their vendettas are very, very personal, and it becomes this whole mean girl situation, particularly involving Angela. I don't know what it is with Angela and this mean girl thing, but and Tyler has the mean girl streak too. And I guess you could add JC, and you know, you could add probably Brett to that, and Casey to it as well. It feels like the popular group versus the unpopular group. It's like a whole high school thing. But the thing is that if they realized how much of a threat Sam was, and they decided to nominate her and were able to put her out, that would be a big move in my opinion, because some people will watch this review and say Sam is not a threat. Sam is a huge, huge threat in this house right now, because people think that she is harmless, but at the same time they're afraid of her. It's a whole thing like that, but they better get her out now before the infighting begins, because if JC ends up on the block in the next week or so, all that drama will completely blanket Sam, and Sam will just slip right through. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it, but just watch. So it's time to pick players for the veto competition. Angela picked Casey, Fessy picked JC, and Haleigh picked Sam. Haleigh spoke to Angela, and she said that, you know, Fessy's not doing well with this whole situation. Angela told her that if Fessy stayed on the block, it would be safe for Haleigh, meaning Haleigh would stay in the house. But I don't blame Haleigh for not trusting Angela on that, because a lot of people in this game have trusted people when they said that and have been voted out. I'm not just talking about in this season, I'm talking about previous seasons. Haleigh's like, I can't trust anyone. The only way I'll be safe is if I win the veto. So then JC's talking to Fessy, and he tells Fessy that everybody is afraid of him, meaning Fessy. JC says, when Fessy asks him, you know, would you use the veto on me? He said, oh yeah, I could save you. Not that I would, I could save you. Fessy was like, listen, There's Tyler, Angela, Casey, and Brett. And then there's Sam and you. If you don't save me this week, you are next. And some people will watch that or hear him say that or heard him say that and would say, how would JC be next? Because once the so-called targets, meaning Haleigh, Fessy, and whoever returns from the Battle of the Block are voted out, unless, of course, that person's able to survive past this week and they somehow win the HOH, JC is going to be the first person that will be nominated unless he wins the HOH. So we get to the veto competition, and Casey won that competition by catching 33 catches, one less than Fessy. And I'm not surprised considering that Casey, I believe she is a wide receiver in the sport that she plays. I'm trying to remember, is it like soccer or is it like a softball? One of the two. And she's good at it. She's really good at it. And she's excited because she says that level 6, aka level 4+2, has full control of the week for now. And Haleigh's only option is to chill with level 4+2, even though she doesn't want to. And in doing so, she'll have to turn her back on Fessy, and Fessy's just disappointed in himself for not winning that veto. So Haleigh goes into the HOH room because she just wants to, you know, chill with them and have a rapport with them for a bit, because she believes that this will help her stay a little bit longer. A week longer, unless she wins HOH. But, she feels like Casey won't use the veto. Of course not. I wouldn't expect Casey to do that for anybody other than a level 6er. That's how people play this game. So Fessy is upset that Haleigh is spending time in the HOH room with level 6 and not with him, and he starts a fight with her, and I'm just like, dude, like, if she's gonna be the person left in this game, she has to protect herself and her game. So she's got... The thing he doesn't understand is that, sweetie, this is not the love connection. Like, you are going. She has to protect her game. She has to go in that HOH room and put on a smile and act like everything is fine so that they will keep her. She can't sit up there and hang with you. Because if I remember correctly, that was one of the mistakes that Jessica made in season 19, and that's one of the reasons why she was voted out of the house. So Haleigh is crying after Fessy is being all cold and cruel with her, which is why I believe that their relationship won't go past what it is right now. When she gets out of the house and she looks back on everything, I'm not sure if she will want to be with him. Maybe they'll give it a try, but it doesn't seem like it to me. So Brett comes to chill with Haleigh. He decides to cozy up to her and to pull her to his corner. And he tells her that he thinks that Fessy is the target. Honey, he knows that Fessy's the target. Haleigh says that, you know, Fessy's being cold and indifferent, and she will do what she can to stay in this house. She says that to us. Casey doesn't use the veto, and I'm just like, I'm not surprised. Unless it was a level 6er up there, she was not going to use that veto. But she allowed Fessy and Haleigh to speak before she made that decision. I'm like, you know, I was wishing for one of those veto ceremonies where the person just flat out said, I'm not using the veto, and went on about their business. Sounds kind of straight and to the point, but I don't know, I kind of like that. Casey said it was easy to not use the veto. I wonder how she'll feel if she's ever in that situation and one of the level 6ers decides not to use the veto. I don't think she'll like that very much. Fessy says one of us is leaving and he hopes that Haleigh still likes him, so that's all that he's focused on. Or at least that's what they make us feel like. That's all that he's focused on. Or maybe the whole relationship with Haleigh has taken precedence over the game, but either way, Sorry, Fessy, you're headed to the jury with the rest of Haleigh/The Hive. He says all he knows is that one of us is staying and one of us is leaving. Now, Tyler got real with us in his diary room session that basically closed out the episode. He said, thanks, America, for giving me the Power app. But he didn't really need the Power app, but he's in this game for the long haul, and said something like, it's going to be hard, or something to that effect. Now, a lot of people are checking out of Big Brother 20. Some are fans of Haleigh/The Hive. Some are level 6 fans who are just done, and some are just longtime fans who are just like, F it, I don't feel like watching it. Me personally, I'm still watching it, not only to do these reviews, but also to see how this is going to go. Honestly, it is going to get hard. It might seem like it's going to be easy because after a while, level 6 will be in this house by themselves, but when they have to turn on each other, I don't think it's going to be very diplomatic. I don't think it's going to be very sweet, very cute. I think it's going to be a mess, and I'm here for it. But when it comes down to Sam being nominated, or JC being nominated, or both of them being nominated, or Brett being nominated, honey, it's going to be a bloodbath, and I'm all here for it. That's just what I am when it comes to Big Brother now. Ever since season 18, I felt like this. And I think what mellowed me out for the most part as a fan of the show was Celebrity Big Brother. That's why I kind of hope that Celebrity Big Brother US Season 2 is coming, because I would like to see it, because it kind of mellowed me out, because I really didn't have to, you know, stress about too much involving the game, because it was all fun and games with these people, and they didn't do things that were like manipulative and evil to one another. It was just gameplay, and that was it. I mean, they had the occasional, you know, big personalities, Omarosa and Brandy Blandville and such, but it wasn't like Big Brother, and I feel like the players got treated better. So I like Celebrity a little bit more. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow, Thursday, to do the review of episode 29, and then on Sunday to do the review of episode 30, Wednesday and Thursday, 31 and 32, and Sunday, 33, and then that next Wednesday, that review might be late. I said might, because it's American Horror Story, and I gotta see my American Horror Story, but I will get the review to you. So love you all, take care, bye guys. It's hot as hell over here in the East Coast. We're suffering a heat wave, but I'm glad I was able to do this review for you. Love you all, bye guys. Leave me some comments, let me know what you thought of tonight's episode and how you think the rest of the week, including the Battle of the Block, will go. Bye guys, love you all, bye.